Now, Paul Adoma Chaka can ask some or that chere, not you know, Canadian, rough, or the chere or your captain goes me smart today. Sometimes, so a lot of people believe that journalists be more on they are working for John Domani Mama, but this time around, we you want now captain goes me smart, or we insult a lot of MPP people. Now, one share video, maybe I share video, no business and
So for smart, as I say, yeah, we never be a never be a no. Woman journalism, na say good journalism anymore say. You can do your work without doing. Let's see the video. Let's see the video of what he said. See the video.
Hwɛ woto abama MPP a woyɛ aboa. I want to repeat this statement. The ticket of Baumia Napo woto abama wama woyɛ aboa. Wonim nyansa wadwen da fam yɛtiatia so apɛkyɛ no apro asɛe. Ɛnyɛ sɛ wonyɛ nipa o woyɛ nipa medɔw me boo mani so me kɔndɔw na mmom no woyɛ saa sɛ obi ndɔ ɔman a ɔnyɛ nipa ɔyɛ kwasea.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Auto Obama, NDC, MPP. I mean, how can you say that? Chief, where did you learn this journalism from? Where did you learn this from? Young people are coming up. They want to be journalists. You are lucky to be a journalist. I'm lucky to be a news reporter. How do you dissipate the whole career like this? How do you, if that's what Tommy and Anfosi and Godwin Avenobo did, would we have had the respect for the job? How can you talk like that? A big man like you, how can you talk like that on television? And the people who run your television station today were watching. How can you do that? If your child is watching that thing on TV, would you be happy with it? Why do you do things like that? Let us demonstrate that journalism is an intellectual exercise. It's not a competition of insults. It's not an insulting match. Other people can do that. Journalism is not about that because you have a responsibility to educate people, to entertain them, and to inform them. That is a constitutional obligation on anybody who tries to use mass media to engage with people. Once you want to use mass media to engage with people, there's a constitutional obligation to educate, to entertain, and to inform. The Constitution didn't add insults. What is wrong with you? Why are you dissipating the job? Why are you spoiling the job? Why are you bringing the job opprobrium? Why are you bringing the job disgrace? Why? Don't you know that young people want to come and do the job? Your children who watch you, don't they want to become journalists? Is that what they should come and talk like that on TV? Really? I mean, I don't understand it. People who are members of the GJA can be partisan, but once you become leadership of GJA, they've never been partisan from the time of Gitiap and Yidazi. So if you look at the wording of their language, they are trying very hard not to look like they are doing MPP's bidding. But you have forced them into the game. They are neutrals. The leadership of the GJA is neutral. Leave them to be. Don't do things that will force them out to come and say that you can't talk like that, and it will look like because he's talking about NDC, MPP, that's why they are doing that. No, they are doing that because they need to sanitize the job and give it that clean bill of health that every country needs for the country to progress. Why do you think they call us the fourth estate of the realm? You think if this is what they were doing in Versailles, where the name fourth estate came from, they will call us fourth estate? You think if this is what the British newspapers were doing, they will call them fourth estate? You think that's how Nkrumah's Evening News and Dankwa Statesman, when they started in Ghana, if this is what they were doing competition of insults, why do you both come into the journalism and come and destroy it like that? We'll be reminding him of this tape because he has not come to apologize. Let's look at the GJA. What did GJA say? GJA calls for Media General to sanction Captain Smart over comments against MPP. The Ghana Journalists Association has expressed its disappointment over Captain Smart's unprofessional conduct. This comes after Captain Smart made inflammatory remarks during his Onua TV show, stating that only insane people would vote for the new patriotic party in the upcoming elections on 7 December. Insane people are not even qualified to vote. Because part of the reason to, he didn't say insane, Paul, so he didn't say that. He said that they are animals. That's why he didn't say they are insane. He didn't say that Otu Abama MPP we are insane. He said something else. What he said means that they are animals. That if you vote for MPP, you're an animal. That's okay. That's not going to stop people who want to vote for MPP to vote for MPP. But you don't communicate in mass media like that. And it is becoming unbecoming. And people who work with him, the station he works with, what is wrong? Kojo Yanka, Mr. Kojo Yanka, mentioning your name on television today. You are a very respected journalist, one of the most respected. You wrote a book, I read it in and out, and I talked about it here. Mr. Kojo Yanka, these are not the standards you taught us. Mr. Kojo Yanka, these are not the standards you taught us. This guy can stand on TV and talk like that. And Kojo Yanka is he board chairman of TV3? Kojo Yanka, the information minister. Is it politics that is destroying all our people? Mr. Kojo Yanka, you are a chairman of TV3, and this can happen there. A guy comes on TV and talks like that. I stand here and I carry narrative upon narrative against the National Democratic Congress, against this, against that, against Asiedu Ketia, narrative upon narrative. But go and look at the tapes. Never would you find me talking like this. What is the point? You can say that Ghanaians, please don't vote for MPP. Why must you vote for MPP? They are bad government. The combination of Napo and Baumia is blah, 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 blah. You can say all that. But you can't sit on TV and say that if you vote for the MPP, you are an animal. Television.
The man who launched...
Not about counseling. Do you remember what Fifi Kuti said about it?
No, but...
There are discerning Ghanaians who are asking questions whether at one point the NDC or President Mahama will pause and say, Akufo-Addo, you did well in the bold fashion with which you took this on.
Which means what?
Even though I started it progressively, you took it on globally, universally. And that is what we have. We want to improve it. And not talk as if...
But no NDC person has criticized President Akufo-Addo for taking on or for implementing free SHS to cover all boarding students.
You don't hear anybody
what
giving
we have
him
said,
the credit he's due.
Oh, many NDC people,
okay.
Even me.
So you hold on record.
Yeah. I have said and I have insisted that this 2024 elections is not going to be about emotions and about rants. It's going to be about the issues. Because thankfully, we have a population that, even if I cannot read, I have a child that has benefited from free secondary education and at least can read and decipher the issues and advise me. We are in the age of AI, fast-paced, social media. So people are a bit more discerning than we were in 1992 when it comes to electoral issues. And I feel that if the former president tells you, and he was quite emphatic, that I actually launched free SHS. And how can I be against something that I launched? And that one of his bases to support his position is that when you go on Google, you have his opponent saying that or lauding him for launching free SHS. I think that to be fair to the viewers, there should have been a follow-up question. Because I'm saying, I saw your face. You were there. I saw you. In fact, I have you on screenshot, which I showed 3 days ago. I saw you, and I realized that for a moment, you wish you had the opportunity to ask him.
Yeah, because my question, part of it was not fully answered.
Yes.
Because I had asked a question about what he has done and then what he will do.
Yeah.
Then he spoke about what he would do and not much of what he had done about what I had asked him about.
Exactly. I mean, the former president lied if he says that he launched free SHS. And that's a matter.
Progressively free.
No, he lied.
SHS.
Even that he lied. Except that if they had probed him, he would have explained what progressively free means. Because he announced that he was going to bring progressive free SHS in 2015. He did an announcement in 2014. That is what led Nanado to make that headline, which he referred to. So again, the Gen Z watching John Mahama, His Excellency, would have Googled and realized that he lied. Because the story was quite clear. Let me read quickly. The 2012 presidential candidate, Nanado, says the president's decision to implement free senior high school education in 2015, he was speaking in 2014, is good news for Ghanaians and should be welcomed. He says, in an interview with an Accra-based Oman FM, Nanado said if the president and his NDC government now considers free SHS education policy possible, then it's good for Ghanaians. I see this as good news. So this is when you announced. Then in 2015, everybody is looking forward to you making day senior high school free. Only for us to wake up and realize that Imbo Bansa Nicholas, who is a day student at Kajaji Senior High School, is paying fees. We woke up to realize that Accra High School, which is a pure day school, no borders, are paying fees in 2015. In 2016, you realize that Aquinas Senior High School, that's a pure day school, are paying fees. In fact, The video is there where the Aquinas headmaster is sacking the students from writing exams. You have Otu Samuel paying school fees in 2016 as a day student. So clearly, what we need from former President Mama is his definition. Then we would even understand whether we are debating with the right indicators or not. But based on what we experienced in 2015, if that is what he calls progressive free senior high school, then there is no debate. Because that is not what Nanado preached. What Nanado preached, which he fought against, is completely different from what he announced he would introduce. As a matter of fact, the former president paid 38 cedis of day student fees in 2015. 38 cedis. The day students ended up paying over 462 cedis. He paid 38 cedis. If that is the definition of free senior high school and progressive, which it could be, because he said it's progressive. So maybe this time I'm paying 38, another time I'll add 50. It's fair.
There is a fact of a policy
Announcement.
beyond announcement.
What did he do? The evidence, I have the
Policy
bill.
initiated for
That
progressively
is false.
free.
That is false. As a matter of fact.
Only announcement.
No, because I'm looking at a bill
Okay.
for St. Aquinas School in 2015. I mean, free means, and when you heard him, he said that he had already made day school free and had planned to enroll over 100 and something thousand bodies onto it. But day school wasn't free. This is the receipt. This is the bill. That is why I keep saying that let's separate the emotions and the rant from the fact. You can come back with another definition.
Okay.
And we would accept it. I would accept it. After all, he himself and some others had already experienced or enjoyed free senior high school way before the constitution. So it's not.
Many people want to support us. Na bina wakadama mesede. Na one check down. Obohu tanks bi wo. Obobo mehu all certain amount bi apeditia. Ebohu euros, ebohu pounds. Mebe fe bia no so slow or as high biara. Ni wia bomazena cost buy and send ho no. Buy and send is me atwane kakra. Atwane kakra maso process ni nyina na so wia. Ebohu da obo bring up drop down menu bi ebotum ni choose the payment method they pay choose. Ni wia ni nyina na wa iska. Thank you for supporting us. Yamin show bebre.